Mr. Paul Scully.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I'd like to congratulate the honourable member for Arundel South Downs for securing this debate, and I'm really pleased that, that he has managed to conduct this in a way somewhat unlike Southern, because otherwise half the public gallery would have actually missed his open statements because of their lack of punctuality. Because in my area, similar to the honourable member for Dulwich and West Norwood, punctuality around Christmas time was running at less than 50%, which is totally unsustainable. I'm pleased to see it's improved now, but it's still at 76%. It's only 3 out of every 4 trains that are running on time, which for commuters is totally unacceptable. I was amazed in my election campaign in the lead up to the election that I had one of my opponents. He was actually managing to tap his watch in front of an indicator train, an indicator board at the station, showing the only 2 trains, I think, that were running promptly that hour. So that was very untypical of what happens in Sutton. In that same campaign, I was talking about extending the London Overground. We've actually heard a lot about in this debate about the fact that the London Overground has good satisfaction levels, has good punctuality, and is well thought of, run by TfL. But actually, although that was very well received, a lot of people were saying that's great to increase the capacity and the frequency of trains in Sutton, but what we really want is to make sure that the ones we've got are running on time, that we can actually get a seat, that we're not paying for something when we're not seeing any of the investment coming back into the South London Metro lines, which seems to be one of the forgotten parts of the network. Satisfaction there is at 67% on those lines. We know that we need investment in Clapham Junction and in the rolling stock and other parts of that part of the network to make sure that we can actually have a service that we can actually be proud of and pleased with. And I would echo the fact that Transport for London should be well placed to be able to take over that line when the franchise becomes due. But I don't say that in some sort of hark back to British Rail days in terms of centralising everything. I say that because actually they've been proven to be able to show that they can run a good railway system, a good transport system, and in an era of accountability and transparency and reward for good performance, I think Transport for London should be recognised for that and should be able to improve the lines in Sutton and South London. It's unacceptable, frankly, in conclusion, that I can have a train running up to 50 minutes or an hour to get into the 15 miles it takes to get into London from South London. That's about the same time as it takes to get to the coast. In a modern day era, when you've got commuters paying a fortune, they should be able to get into London in good time. 25 minutes, their fastest train in Sutton, is about good time. 50 minutes to an hour when you're going through the Gypsy Hill route is unacceptable. So I'll leave that, my remarks at that, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Turner.